Hey everybody, this is your boy Harshit and welcome back to the channel, and in this video we're going to be talking about another model that has been released by China. We've already been seeing that China has been cooking really hard. Alright, so this model is not about DeepSeek, this is about Qwen 2.5 Max. I've already done a video on Qwen 2.5 like a month or two ago, and now they've actually released Qwen 2.5 Max with a proper chat interface, better than ChatGPT, almost like Claude, and with a much better interface. And the best part, it's also open source. So firstly, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more such content like AI and building startups with SaaS startups with AI agents, and also using LLMs to trade in crypto. All right, so the very first thing that we're going to do is just look at the research paper. This is qwenlm.github.io. And so Qwen 2.5 Max, it's exploring intelligence, or so Qwen 2.5 Max, exploring the intelligence of large-scale MOE models. So I'm yet to understand what MOE models are clearly, but here what we're going to do is just look at the benchmarks. All right, the very first benchmarks. This is not a reasoning model. It doesn't think by itself, but it's basically a model that's a base level model which you'd be using for directly chatting with it, getting a lot of content from it. This is not built for it's not a reasoning model, right? So let's get that out of the way, because reasoning model, it's being compared with DeepSeek V3, but DeepSeek R1 is actually a reasoning model. So if you just look at the orange one, it's actually better than a DeepSeek V3 and a lot of things here. And if we compare GPT-4o, it's nowhere closer. It's literally nowhere closer. If you just look at this. This is basically what the ChatGPT is, OpenAI model is, and we all know this is basically the Claude Sonnet 1. It's not the version 2, it's actually the version 1, and it's on par with it. And I think it's really good, that China is shipping a lot of these open source large language models. That's exactly what we need, and it's just an irony, right? There's one thing that I'll have to say is it's basically like, the most unlikely and the most entertaining outcome is the most likely one. So that's what happens. All right, so this is basically a small example of how the Qwen 2.5 Max looks like. It's used for coding, it's used for a lot of other tasks. So you know what, let's not waste any time. Let's directly go to the Qwen chat itself. And now if you look at this, this is basically what the chat looks like. It's taking a little bit of time to load. I love the animation that's going on here. All right, so now this is basically how it looks like. All right, so as you can see, I've done a couple of things here. The first thing what I did was I was just checking out what artifacts look like. We already know artifacts are these sections on the right side. This side, and on this side, Claude has something super similar, and it just gives you, the code. It just gives you a preview of the code when you click on artifacts. So I just asked it to give me an example of how artifacts look like. It just gave me the code. And I think it's not loading properly, but it also gave me an interactive artifact as well. All right, so now when we go ahead and chat, I think I love the interface. The dashboard is pretty cool. And you can actually add a couple more models if you want to. Actually, this reminds me of the open source UI by Ollama. Ollama has a very similar UI like this, and you can search the chats and everything here. All right, so what we're going to do is let's just go to the new one, and just say what are artifacts? Can you give me an example? All right, so I'm just going to do search, and all right, so just click on artifacts here. The web search is not available yet. Image generation is available. Oh, I haven't checked this out. There's the video generation as well. All right, so we're going to check that out too, but before that, let's just send the message. Also, you have to log in and everything. I hope you know that. I actually love the animation here, right? It's basically like revolving. The animation is pretty cool. All right, so let's wait and see how exactly it does it. All right, so on the right side, you see it's loading the artifact. Here it's basically building the code. All right, so now let's wait for the results. My internet's a little slow. That's why I'm getting a slower output. But let's wait for it and see how it looks like. All right, so this is so meta, guys. it is an artifact, and it's giving me an answer that what artifact is using an artifact. But it's an artifact refers to a tangible byproduct created during the development process. And software, this could be a complete piece of code, documentation, or runnable application snippet. Example artifact, simple counter application. So this is a simple counter application. Okay, so, wow, that's a simple counter application. So you just keep plus, just keep adding, keep clicking on the plus button, and then it just keeps adding. Minus just keeps, that's basically what an artifact is. That's so cool, right? It's basically building the entire thing, and I mean, you guys understand how meta this is, right? I've asked it for an artifact. It showed me what an artifact is with an artifact, and also explained that. So that's super cool. All right, so let's try some video generation, right? Can you help me with video generation of a whale jumping over the San Francisco bridge and breaking it? All right, so if this actually makes this, it's going to be super cool. All right, I don't know why video generation is not possible, but this one says coming soon. Image generation is okay. It's not clickable. Maybe we can't use this in an artifact already. All right, so let's do this, and then let's try here. All right, it's generating 6. Okay, I think it's just an example, right? Let's enter this and see how it makes it. I hope you guys get the reference, right? A whale jumping over San Francisco bridge and breaking it. What I mean by this is basically DeepSeek jumping over the San Francisco bridge. All right, I mean that's what my reference is, but let's see how it looks like. All right, so let's just wait for the output, and the animations are also super clean. I'm loving how the whole Chinese tech ecosystem is shipping products so quickly, and it's just so amazing. All right, so we have the standard AI generated content may contain inaccuracies. Let's just wait for this and see how the output looks like. Alright guys, so I've been waiting for around 10 minutes and this hasn't loaded yet. It's not working. It's literally not working. I've been waiting for like 10 minutes and this was my prompt, and it's just stuck at 99%. Maybe this needs a little bit of improvement because I tried everything, connecting my internet, everything. It's not working, alright? So except for this one, why don't we just go ahead and just try out a simple image generation right now. Hope this one works. Alright, so let's just go ahead and enter this, because the video generation is taking a lot of time. I don't know, maybe it's the servers, maybe it's clogged, maybe because a lot of people are using it. Could be that. Alright, so this is a little more quicker. That's what I feel. Hope this doesn't just stay stuck at 99%. But I think this works. Let's see. Okay, it looks nice, but it doesn't really show me what exactly I want. But you can kind of make out like what exactly it's trying to do. A whale jumping through the San Francisco bridge. Okay, so that was just an example here again. That's basically it, guys. This is a very short video that I wanted to share with you guys how the Qwen chat looks like. So you can access this at chat.qwenlm.ai, and you can also read the entire documentation here as well, and test this out, compare it with DeepSeek, and use it, because this is completely open source, and it's much better to access open source models as well. So that's all for now. Maybe once the web search is up, maybe once I'm back home, I can actually check out and show you guys how local LLMs also work. But for now, this is it. That's the video, and thanks again for watching, guys. See you guys in the next one. Peace.